first being porosity. So that means that when you're moisturizing your hair and you are high porosity hair type, when you like moisturizing your hair tends to like gaining the moisture easily, and the way it gains the moisture easily, that's the way it easily loses your moisture. So today's video is more about moisturizers. I'm gonna tackle more a little bit about moisturizers, mainly about what a moisturizer is, when you need it, and when do you feel the need of moisturizing. I have done a lot of research, and I came up with questions which I think you might be asking yourself about moisturizers, and the questions which I was asking myself when I was new to this natural hair journey. So I'm going to be moisturizing my braids, as this being day 4 of my braids since I installed this protective style. So we're going to see all the products and what I actually do. My routine is very simple, as I always tell you, so si kitu complicated, ni kitu utaelewa. And before I forget, sijawakaribisha, I know that, so I got you. So hello, karibuni nyote to this platform where we chat and have fun. So let's start by moisturizing my braids. Here man. So this is how my 4 days old braids look like. Jesus, how do I ninakaa kama zile doli, kwa doli zingine African dolls ziko na manywele zinakaa hivi. Okay, Jesus, tunafanana. Yo gosh. And I'm so sorry if mnasikia any cars from the background. Today watu wameamua kugurumisha magari, so poleni, mnisamehe tafadhali, poleni, watu wameamua kugurumisha magari, so bear with me for today. Sasa siku zingine kuna kitu kama hiyo, ni leo tu. Yeah. And what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to use a leave-in treatment, the TCB leave-in treatment, and my oil to seal. So the reason why I'm using a TCB leave-in treatment instead of water is because sina spray bottle actually. So the reason why I'm using castor oil is because, you know, as always, the castor oil is thick in nature more than olive oil, and I think it being thick, it's gonna leave a good protective layer on my hair cuticle, so it will work as a good sealant. I'm going to be using the LO method, the liquid and oil. As we proceed with the video, you're gonna see the reason why I'm using liquid and oil. I'll be starting by taking a good amount of my leave-in, because, you know, as I have told you earlier in this video, that moisture is more about water, so we need this. I like working in sections. The reason being that when I work in section, I'm able to like target every hair braid. So this is the amount of leave-in treatment I'm gonna use. I'm gonna rub it through my palm. And actually I'm going to focus more on my end. As I rub towards my root. I'm going to be taking my castor oil. I'm gonna use a dime size. Sitaki kutumia mingi just because unajua iko thick na iko gummy. So imagine nikiweka mingi itakuwaje kwa mbele? Sitakuwa so gummy. So nachukua dime kadogo, like unaona nataka natoshia hapa. Woo! Sorry. Yeah, so and first mostly nenda kufocus on my ends, due to the oldest part of the hair, and they tend to get dry than any other part of the hair. Okay, so let's begin by defining the word moisture. Moisture is water or other liquid diffused in a small quantity as vapor within solid or condensed on surface. Actually, I'm so disappointed. Imagine nimekuja realize that all that time I have been talking to air. Yani nimekuwa nikifikiria tina record, kumbe my camera iliacha kitambo hata hakuna kutumia record. So all that time, like for the last 5 minutes nimekuwa tu nikiongelesha tu camera high record. What's that? Nilifanya mbaya. So imagine, actually I was like showing you guys how I moisturize this part. Nishai moisturize off camera, imagine, and that was my plan, but actually the routine is still the same. But hata tuendelee tu. Tuendelee, nilikuwa nimefikisha pale juu guys. I can't feel bad. Let's define the word moisturize. So moisturize is actually restoring moisture. And let's look at why or when the reasons why your hair needs moisture. So the first reason why your hair needs moisture is to make it soft and manageable, because get to look at it this way, that your hair already is dry. So your hair being dry, when you add moisture, it's gonna tend to be soft and easily manageable and even combable. So the other reason why you need moisture is for hydration purposes. Your hair before was dry, and when you moisturize your hair, you're actually dehydrating it. The third reason is to strengthen your hair. So if your hair is dry and it's not moisturized, it's gonna tend to be like fragile, brittle, and then prone to breakage. So meaning if your hair is prone to breakage, it means that your hair is not strong enough. So that's another reason. So the last reason, of which I think is like to boost your elasticity. Look at what ways do our hair actually loses moisture. So there are many ways in which your hair loses moisture, and I'm gonna like give them to you all. So the first reason to why your hair is losing moisture is porosity. So if your hair is high porosity, it tends to lose moisture easily, as it easily restores it. So that means that when you're moisturizing your hair and you are high porosity person type, hair type, when you like moisturizing your hair tends to like gaining the moisture easily, and the way it gains the moisture easily, that's the way it easily loses your moisture. Kama kuna nywele kuna high porosity, you highly to lose moisture more than a person with low porosity, because a person with low porosity, what happens is like, for people who have low porosity, it's so hard for your hair to gain in moisture, but once it gains in the moisture, it actually retains it. So if you have actually low porosity, what you're supposed to do, actually you're supposed to like make sure your water is warm so that you can open the hair cuticle to allow in the moisture. You get it? Number 2 is climate. Especially to frequent sunshine and during cold season, especially winter, do dehydrate our hair. So, and actually it doesn't mean that so kukikuwa na jua you can't rock out your natural hair. You can, honey, but make sure kirudi you restore the moisture lost. And if it's during the cold seasons during winter, what you can actually do is like you can try like doing a protective style. So you're gonna see my video about protective style. I'm gonna put the link in my description box below. So the other thing is heat. So heating tools such as curling tools, blow dryers, tongs. Overuse of heating tools leads to dry hair. So if you have to use them, try to minimize the use of heating tools. So like, and if actually you want to straighten your hair, there are many ways you can straighten your hair: by braided method, threading method, twisting your hair. So those are the 3 methods which I know you can straighten your hair without heat. Minimize use of heating tools. The other ways in which your hair is losing moisture is not protecting your hair at night. Even if your hair is moisturized, sleeping without a sleek silk bonnet or scarf or a satin pillow will cause all your moisture in your hair being depleted and being absorbed in the fabric. So what that means is that what does cotton do? Cotton is known of absorbing out the moisture. So cotton itakuwa inakunywa hiyo moisture from your hair. So that is why it is advisable to sleep with a satin scarf, and please avoid stockings. Hizo stockings bana nazo ukilala nazo, cause I was there nilikuwa nalala nazo, but unaamka tu unasikia tu nywele yako iko different, like it doesn't keep moisture for more days. Actually, even sleeping with a silk scarf minimize friction between your pillow or your mattress. Kwenye tumiangi pillow, it reduces the friction, so kutakuwa na breakage, you know. So the other thing is product buildup. Using of heavy products such as butters, creams. Okay, example of a butter which can cause product buildup is shea butter. Is a good sealant, but if you overuse it, you know actually what shea butter does, it does not penetrate through your hair strand. It actually sits on top of your hair. So just imagine when I overuse, after every 2 days you're using shea butter. What do you think unafanya actually? What you're doing to your hair, honey, is that you're piling butter, una pile shea. So it had lead to product buildup. So it lead to product buildup. So this is the hair strand here, and it's in the product zote. So when you're trying to remoisturize your hair, it's so difficult for your hair cuticle to open up, because already your hair cuticles are being covered up by this shea butter here. So minimize the use of heavy creams and butters. Okay. That can give you a hint why even today I'm using an oil. As you can see from the previous video, I used a shea butter to seal, but this time around I'm using an oil. It's not every time that I use shea butter. That's what I'm trying to say. Si kila time natumia shea butter. No. The other thing is avoiding creams. I got everyone, I think almost everyone including me. Kila mtu anaogopa hiyo scissors bana. You know, when I feel unachukua tu hiyo makasi, you're going to trim your hair. You feel me, guys? It's not that easy. So find most of us hatutaki to trim our hair, but you know what, honey, actually if you avoid trims, actually you're causing tangles to your hair. So when it comes to detangling, itakuwa shida, and then reduce the ability of your hair to retain moisture. Trim. The other thing is avoiding treatments or skipping deep conditioner. I was a victim in this. When I was starting growing my natural hair journey, nilikuwa hivyo, by the way. Nilikuwa na skip. Okay, sikuwa meaning the importance of deep conditioning. Kumbe actually ndo chakula ya nywele. Mimi sikuwa ijua, by the way. So nikakuja kupata that you really need to condition your hair, because get to know, honey, you're from shampooing your hair, and shampoos do strip your natural oils and leave your hair so dry, and then this rough feeling, this apple feeling stuff, this sound when your shampoo leaves your hair stripped, and then you're not deep conditioning your hair. And actually most of our salons, that's what they do. They just shampoo you, alafu neka conditioner kadogo for na blow dry. Just imagine what they're doing to our hair, honey. So that's why even I mostly like washing my hair, and not unless nipate tu a good natural hair salon, of which sijui ni gani nitapata kufanya my salon experience. So that's what actually happens. The main importance of a conditioner is boosting moisture. Actually, it gives you moisture, the moisture which was depleted by the shampoo retain. So if you skip, actually your hair will become fragile. That's the first thing. Itakuwa brittle, and then itakuwa dried out, and then itakuwa prone to breakage. So you actually need deep conditioner because they do give a protective layer, which is a moisturizing layer. So, and the other reason to why your hair loses moisture is shampooing daily. I remember when I was a student that I used to have a friend of mine mwenye alikuwa anashindanga kila saa akienda kuoga lazima shampoo nywele yake. Nywele yake ilikuwa thick, ikafika a time that her hair was not thick anymore. Mimi sikuwa ijua, like kumbe the reason was like alikuwa anatumia shampoo kila siku. As I said earlier, shampoos, their work is to cleanse. As they cleanse, they are cleansed. So imagine they cleanse all the natural oils from her hair. Actually they do, as I said, do deplete of natural oils from your hair strands, and these natural oils tend to moisturize your hair. So if you do this daily, this will lead to breakage of your hair, honey. We are done with what ways you lose your moisture. We are now heading to the next chapter. What do you really see, or what do you really see, or what do you really feel in your hair, and then unajua that it's time to restore moisture. The first thing you feel is dryness. Like, hata compare, he said you can moisturized. Venye inakaa. This side. Inatoa dryness nini, so that's how I feel. Iko already moisturized now, like kwa moisturized kwa venye ina swing freely. That's why it's so important to listen to your hair. Listen to your hair. Your hair actually communicates. So I felt that my hair is dry, and it being the 4th day, but I really needed to moisturize my hair. Second, you need to moisturize your hair after a protein treatment. So once you do a protein treatment, do a moisturizing treatment to balance the both. A protein treatment, get to know it, like makes your hair to be strengthening. It strengthens your hair. So ukikuwa na protein overload, mostly ita deplete of moisture, so you need to balance the both. Second, when you realize that your hair is breaking off, the time that maybe you're not moisturizing your hair properly, and or maybe you're gonna protein overload, and then you realize that your hair is breaking off because imekuwa dry and brittle. So you need to moisturize your hair. And in terms of days, it all depends with people. Like for me, since certain kila sana I moisturize my hair after 4 days, sometimes 3 days. So some people say 2 to 3 days. So I say it all depends with your hair. It all depends with how you moisturize your hair. Like if before you moisturize your hair really well, don't expect that moisture to last in your hair for so long. So like for me right now, I think my next moisturizing itakuwa after 4 days again, because I have really moisturized my hair and I feel that my hair is really moisturized. So it all depends with your hair and how you really moisture your hair. Sando, what I'm trying to say, it all depends with prior moisturizer. How you really moisturize your hair. Did you do it ile sana ama ilikuwa tu ile juju ulipitia Unajua kuna ile kupitia nje tunafanya kile tu watu leave treatment tunapitisha juu kuna haraka job nini mashika Yeah, so to your hair, honey. Your hair speaks. So what to use when moisturizing your hair? And how do you realize that this is a moisturizer or a sealant? What I can start saying is that for me, according to what the knowledge I have, is that a moisturizer to me is something which has water based, something which has aqua in it, because our true moisturizer is water. So anything which has water in it is a moisturizer. And if you don't have those moisturizers, actually water is a good moisturizer. Unasikia ndio the true moisturizer. So unaweza chukua tu maji, una spray, alafu unaweka oil na cream. Ama you do na moisturizing, unashika Yeah, so let's see from what I'm using as my liquid today is the TCB Naturals Konyo Jauna. Let's look at its ingredients. There you go. Speak utaona Jesus, you love me too much. Akiko hapa. So jusa aionekani, camera imekata kufocus. What I'm going to do, I'll take a picture for you. The same to my venous leave-in treatment. That's the thing you're supposed to look for. Anything yenye kona aqua. Ni aqua ama water. Go for that. Ama endia maji. Another quick question. Are oils moisturizers, honey? No, honey. Oils are not moisturizers. The reason why I'm saying oils are not moisturizers because they're not water-based. An oil is used as a sealant. But there's some people who say that oils are moisturizers. Let's get to see what they say. They said that oils can be moisturizers if they are able to penetrate your hair strands. And these oils include coconut oils, avocado oil, olive oil, and jojoba oil, and also Jamaican black castor oil. So the other oils like castor oils, which don't penetrate through hair strands, are not moisturizing oils. So they tend to sit on top of your hair, so they work as sealants. I still say that I believe that anything which has maji in it is a moisturizer. So I still say that oils are not moisturizers. I cannot take my oil, such same example, this is my coconut oil, nichukue tu hiyo na niweke kwa nywele na niweke tu niseme ni moisturize my hair. But instead, I can take this one and I keep it on my hair if I'm in a rush and I walk out and go and niseme tu ni moisturize my hair like juju. Oils to me act as sealants. And if I want to seal in the moisture really well, I go for a butter or a cream. So that's where my shea butter comes in. So, but because I'm avoiding product buildup, sitatumia shea butter leo. Subscribers, I adore you. Thank you so much, because without you guys singekuwa hapa, without you guys singefanya hii video. So thank you so much, you mean a lot to me. Don't give up before the miracle. Bye.